It's the Brad and John Show.
The Brad and John Show. Today's date is the 27th of August, 2025. This is the B block, which B block could be the Bravo block, or you know what else could be, John?
It's time for Brad's Top 3.
It's the Brad block, and we do have that very same song that, and a lot of people don't know this, but how I got this jingle.
It's time for Brad's Top 3.
Is I actually recorded John doing It's Time for Brad's Top 3, and I ran it through my AI, and this came on. Yes, that's what came out. And what will we start with, John? What do we start with?
It's time for Brad's number 2. No, what is it, Brad? Play it.
It's number 3.
Come on, John, that's an easy one. You just have to say, it's number 3. Okay.
Okay.
Cracker Barrel, the latest escapade of Cracker Barrel. Have you heard this? Have you heard this story?
No, what's the latest incarnation here, Brad?
They're going back to the old logo.
Are you serious?
No, it was announced yesterday.
I completely missed this, Brad.
Yes.
Wow, what a flip-flop.
Yes,
what a John Kerry.
Right, they're going back to the old logo. And once again, I thought of you. I thought I saved it, but I didn't. The official press release, I thought to myself, John would have had a field day with them. I kind of thinking to myself, imagine if John was the comms guy for Southwest is next. I'm looking at my notes. If John were the comms guy for Cracker Barrel, this was something John would turn out. And it's like, hey, we really appreciate all the feedback from our loving customers. You know, it was just.
Yeah, wow. So tell us more about it, Brad. So they say that, like, is anybody going to take the fall for this? Or how do they say that they have egg on their face? Like, how do they save face here?
Well, they said the problem was that the new CEO, her BCG, her birth control goggles that she wears, that she couldn't read the computer screen properly, and they gave her a choice of logos, and she picked that one by mistake. So they're saying, oh, she took off her birth control glasses. And for those of you who may be offended when I say this is an old Army term that when you got inducted into the Army back in the 60s and 70s, and you wore glasses, you had to have GI glasses, official GI glasses. And there was actually a number for it. I can't remember what it was. But the GIs referred to those as BCGs, birth control goggles, because the idea being was they made men so ugly there was no way they could procreate with those glasses on. Isn't that pretty much what the way it went, John?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure. And you say that woman. Now I've only seen 1 or 2 pictures of her. You say that if she had ditched the BCG, she wouldn't be bad looking.
Well, I don't see. We go again. I don't understand. You see these, and it's usually very attractive women who are wearing these big, thick, black rim glasses. And I've given the point that, unfortunately, I've had to wear glasses for a good portion of my life, starting at like 5 years old. I hated it. I just had to go back to glasses recently. I hate it. I hate wearing glasses. And to the point where, why would you accentuate? It would be like, let's say you were a woman and you had a little mole on your cheek, little tiny mole. And it would be like you taking your lipstick and circling that mole. So people go, oh, look. He's got a mole. She's got a...
with an arrow. Maybe put a plastic arrow.
Put an arrow pointing to the mole. It's like, no. Why would you do that? And I don't understand it. You know. And
so, Brad, let's go back to Cracker Barrel real quick. Do you think now that is the story done? So, if you're Cracker Barrel, do you say, okay, people started talking about us again, so that's probably good. People aren't so mad at us, so that's probably good. Do you think this net thing is a plus or a minus for Cracker Barrel?
Well, there's a couple things you could look at it. If you look at it from the aspect of, like, my ex-boss, 3 impressions you can make in life, good, bad, and none is always the worst. They're getting lots of publicity, but then you can enter into the Bud Light equation, you know, that where they got lots of publicity for that, and it killed them. You know, it's just one of those crazy things. I don't know, John. I mean, here it is right here, 13 hours ago. Here, I'll read. This is from NBC News, okay? Cracker Barrel will go back to the old logo after conservative backlash. The country-themed restaurant chain reversed itself a day after it tried to reassure customers that its values didn't change in the in the branding decision. Uncle Herschel is returning to the Cracker Barrel after online outrage by conservatives who accuse the country-themed restaurant chain of changing its values are going woke when it rolled out a new logo. The company said Tuesday that it was returning to its old branding. And here we go again. Here we go. We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we'd listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain. And here we go. At Cracker Barrel, it's always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family. John, is that something you would write?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I also think, like, if you're McKinsey or you're a group that has a lot of experience with focus groups, you're pitching Cracker Barrel, and you probably already got the contract in the last 48 hours where you say, let's do a brand health monitor, and let's say whatever data you guys had a month ago, and let's measure it starting today and starting in a month, and let's be able to show what do we do with all this attention.
Right. And the idea being, and that's an excellent point, the idea being is, and essentially what they're going to do is, has it been positive or has it been negative? If it's been positive, how can we keep the momentum rolling? If it's negative, how can we retrench or reevaluate what we're doing? Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so remember, you always, I don't want to belabor this, Brad, but you always have big, really good research groups that are constantly pitching you on the corporate side. Look, we'll monitor your brand health, we'll measure it, and we'll be able to show you if those specific campaigns that you're running are having a positive or negative effect on sales, reputation, stakeholder engagement, all these other things. And so a group like McKinsey or any big consulting group can do that for quite a fee.
Let me read one more line of the press release that John should have written. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcoming you to our table soon. Yes, John. John, when's the last time you ate at Cracker Barrel?
I think we established last week that it was 2001, probably.
Yeah.
I might have eaten there around 2004. I don't remember.
You're probably in the same book as me because of the fact that I can't even remember. It's probably been at least 20 years ago. And quite honestly, it wasn't a bad meal, but just not my kind of place. I mean, I don't like old homey kind of places. I'm the next story is maybe we'll do this in a couple of weeks when what shakes out with this. But another company that's going through rebranding. Guess, John.
I would say it's Bonanza. It's right there at the corner of 270 and Bell Fountain.
No, they're gone. It's Hooters. Hooters is going through rebranding as well too. But that's
wow. Are they saying more than a mouthful, but we love A-cups?
No. They're talking about. We won't even go. We'll just do. Let's move on to number 2. Okay, you ready for number 2?
Yeah, let's do it.
It is. It's time for what?
It's time for Brad's number 2.
I will say this is John Combest's fault. Most every time I say everything's my fault, I say this is John Combest now.
Oh, good, Brad. Is a company actually trying to make money and turn a profit? Yes. And old stodgy guys that still live in the 70s say, in my day, people treated employees well.
Okay, this is actually sort of interesting because of the fact that John and I have this debate going back and forth. John being a corporate guy, and for the first part of my career, I did work in corporate America with big corporations owning our radio stations. But then I started off on my own, and I've been on my own since 1984. So I've not been in that corporate environment for a long time. Okay, every once in a while I'm exposed to it. I think to myself, man, I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing.
And what happened, Brad?
Okay. This involves a debate that John and I have, a company that has quite an operation in St. Louis, but unfortunately, recently we find out it's getting smaller in St. Louis. Take a guess, John.
Southwest Airlines.
Yes. How did you know that? Very good.
Well, because it's been nearly 5 days since we beat that horse, Brad. Go ahead. Bring the old Herb Keller horse in and let's beat it to death.
Southwest, first off, Southwest has announced all these crazy things. They're now doing all the things that made Southwest unique. They're changing them. For example, they're getting rid of the free seating. You can just sit wherever you want with the ABC boarding pass system, and they're getting rid of the free checked baggage. The new thing is Southwest Airlines policy will affect plus-size travelers. If you are of a certain size, you have to buy a second seat.
I think that's great, Brad. Isn't that great news for normal-sized people?
Southwest Airlines will soon require travelers who don't fit within the armrest of their seat to pay for an extra one in advance, part of a string of recent changes the carrier is making. The new rule goes into effect January 27th, the same day Southwest starts assigning seats. Currently, plus-size passengers can either pay for an extra seat in advance with the option of getting that money back later, or they can request a free extra seat at the airport. Under the carrier's new policy, a refund is still possible, but no longer guaranteed. In a statement Monday, Southwest said it is updating some of its policies as it prepares for assigned seating next year. Quote, to ensure space, we're communicating to customers who have previously used the extra seat policy that they should purchase it at booking. It marks the latest change at Southwest, which had long been known for letting its passengers pick their own seats after boarding the plane and for letting their bags fly free, which ended in May. Those perks were key to differentiating the budget carrier from its rivals. See, John, that's the thing that worries me. And that's the same thing, like the same deal. That's what the people complained about with Cracker Barrel, that when they, not only did they change the logo, they changed the interior of the restaurant, and people were saying, it looks like McDonald's, okay? If you go to Cracker Barrel, if you blindfolded somebody, if you say, hey, I'm going to take you out to dinner, and I can tell you where we're going, and you unblindfolded them and they're in Cracker Barrel, they would know they were in Cracker Barrel.
Absolutely. They would feel like they were in Grandma's, they were in Aunt Nancy's kitchen with a bunch of knickknacks and useless stuff.
Right. But if you blindfold people now and take them to McDonald's or Burger King, especially McDonald's. God, the new McDonald's with the new thing.
Let's not get off track, Brad. Go ahead. Stay on task today.
Okay, once again, John and I are going to have this argument where I say, John, they're killing the essentially.
Oh, they're killing the reputation. Brand should never evolve, Brad. Brad should never change his company logo. Brad should never do anything different with the stations. It should still be like KSLQ was in the 1970s. Brad, so what you're saying is that you think that Oinkers should be able to just purchase one seat and spill their disgusting fat rolls over onto your lap when you're flying?
John, this is, once again, been there, done that, been a fat guy. Some people would say...
Yeah, well, you know what? You're not anymore. And I don't know why you make excuses for people who choose to be overweight.
Well, some people, it's not necessarily a choice. I do
understand.
understand.
Oh, come on. That's 2% of people have a glandular problem. It's a glandular problem. I can't help it.
Hey.
If you're fat, you have no self-respect, and you choose to not lose weight. That's why you're fat.
John, I used to have a gland problem. My gland problem, I couldn't eat enough of them. That's what the problem I had with my glands.
And then you went to fastfoodmediet.com, and for less than $80, for less than 10 Starbucks coffees, you can teach people how to not be an oinker.
Do you know I'm doing a radio interview on that this afternoon? I'm going to be in another radio station.
Are you interviewing yourself?
No, I'm going to be in another.
Are you interviewing an AI person that you think people won't be able to tell it's AI?
I'm actually going to be
interviewed. But it's one of your Brad AI voices, and they're like, oh, look, it's Egbert again.
I'm going to be interviewed by two guys who do a radio show, and they wanting me to talk about my fast food diet. Okay, you ready for that, John?
Oh, is it a real radio show?
Yes, it's a real radio show. I'm not making this up.
Where is it based out of, Brad?
I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll see if...
Yeah, it's not happening. Go ahead.
It is. Okay, ready for number one?
Yeah, let's give it to us.
And now, big finish, Brad's number.
John, I was sort of upset because you sort of stole my thunder when you talked about the Cardinals, which I thought...
I know. Tell us a little bit about 1997 and attendance, Brad.
You have to go back to August 25th, 1997. When the Cardinals played Montreal, to find the last time the Cardinals had fewer fans than they did Monday. So you have to go back almost 30 years. Matter of fact, to the day, because today's the, 27th? So you had to go back 27
28 years.
28 years and 2 days when the Cardinals had less than what was in the stadium on August 27th, 1997. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not mistaken, I know for a fact, that was Busch Stadium number 2. Okay? Here's the problem, John. The Cardinals need to rebrand.
Oh, what should the rebranding look like? Should it be something like Cracker Barrel?
No, we get rid of the stupid Cardinal thing because Pete is going to sue him anyway. Pete is going to go after them.
Yeah, that's a good point. So no animals.
Right. And it should be STL City Baseball.
Oh, that's a great idea,
STL
Brad.
City Baseball. And what we need is some guy we need to get rid of the general manager position and create a new position. You know what that position is, John?
I do. It's going to be sporting director.
Exactly, sporting director. And we need a new guy who has a thick accent who you can't understand, and he says, I'm the new sporting director for the St. Louis Baseball Club, the St. Louis City Baseball Club. And we need to change the colors. We need to get, red's so passe, and red is sort of in your face. I mean, what woman would want to be seen in a red dress? I mean, let's be honest with it.
I know. I know a woman, Brad, who refuses to wear red because she says it sparks too much envy from other attractive women.
Right. And the whole deal, and those poor Cardinals, how many times, when's the last time you saw two Cardinals sitting on a baseball bat? Have you ever seen that, John?
No, I think Marty Marion was playing shortstop the last time I saw that.
Right. I've never seen it before. We need to rebrand the Cardinals, get rid of the stupid Cardinals logo, start from scratch. And because they already like to, every other day they wear a new uniform, with the Lou and STL and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Right.
I hate it, Brad. You're right. I mean, it makes it easy to rebrand when they're already swapping out uniforms.
Right. And to the point where we need to have some new modern colors, what's those subtle like those lavender
Earth
blue
tones, you mean?
Well, no, not earth tones. Earth tones goes back to like the Astros, where remember they had their uniforms are all earth tone. We mean like the Miami. We need to go to Miami Vice colors. What I'm saying?
Like the Miami Marlins, that bright blue.
Right.
Or something maybe like that you would find in a good fishing spinnerbait, like chartreuse.
Right.
Chartreuse is a good color.
Pink or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Pink.
Did you say taint?
No, pink. P-I-N-K.
Oh, pink. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
See, that's what we need. That's the problem with the Cardinals. They just need to rebrand. And
I think they should pay homage to a story that Brad miraculously hasn't told in 3 months, which is they should call us the Mocha Javas. And it would be a unification of the city, Brad. There's no Del Mar divide. We're all Mocha Java. We're all a little bit mulatto.
For those of you who don't know what John's talking about, several years ago when I was doing the BS show with Shelley Barr.
Big shout out to Shelley Barr.
I got ticked off about the fact that there was the people were saying, your white privilege, your whiteness is causing problems. So I went to Lowe's and I went to the paint department and I said to the guy, can you tell me which one of these paint colors is my skin tone? And the guy helped me. And what's cool at Lowe's is their little paint chip things. They have 3 colors on them, which suits me perfectly because as I tan in the summer and as I get whiter in the winter, I've got all 3 colors, covered. But the interesting thing is their little color chips that you can take home with you have holes in them. They have a square in them, so you can hold them up and you can put it right. So I did this and I put it right over my skin, and my skin color is Mocha Java. I'm not a white dude. I'm a Mocha Java dude. I'm an MJD, John, Mocha Java dude. So, that would, if I was a rapper, that would be, hey, it's Mocha Java dude. Don't you think that would be good? It's DJ.
Yeah. And in fact, Lil Kim, Pink, Maya, and Christina Aguilera redid Moulin Rouge, and they said Mocha Java, yeah.
I could be DJ Mocha Java. Hey, here he is. He's DJ Mocha Java. So the Cardinals, and you know what? My suggestion is, and here's the problem: the Cardinals have no females in the front office. There's nobody. When you see,
I mean, they're trying to make money and make rational decisions, right?
Okay, what we need to hire away that Cracker Barrel lady, and she would be the new face of the Cardinals in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, maybe we could get the woman that rebranded Bud Light to join, too.
Maybe we can get Dylan Mulvaney to come in and 300, 100, or 82, 81 games at home. Hey, and here he is, our announcer, our on-field announcer with. And we'd get rid of had to get rid of Fredbird, and we'd have something else because we wouldn't have Redbird anymore. We'd have something else. We'd have the Mocha Java bird. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I love it, Brad. And based on that comment about women in business leadership, some woman named Wendy from Cottleville, Weldon Spring just texted me, and she says that I'm kicked out of the meeting too. What does that mean?
John, can I tell you something?
Yeah, please do.
She's not there anymore.
No way, you got her fired.
No, I didn't get her fired. The board got rid of her, so That's
Oh, Brad, that's a shame. That really is a shame.
I talked to her
What is she going to do something like? Is she going to make the big jump to the Westplex chamber now? Is she going to shake the trees to get people to join your chamber now?
John, you're not going to believe this, but I called her last week, and that's exactly what I asked her. I said, I swear to God, I did.
You're so good, Brad.
I called her and said, hey, why don't you come to work for me and help me grow the Westplex chamber? And the conversation was not a good one. Okay, we have to take a break.